Hello, so I thought this video we could kind of concentrate on money. I've shown you some numbers and I have done some money in some other videos, but I thought I would concentrate it on money. So we already know the sign for money is this, with the money in your hand. I had a boss whose parents was deaf and she always did this. But I always get it confused, but she like money, and any money need, or she always interpreted that as work because money. But so anyway, so this is the official sign for money, and so now we're going to go through like the denominations of money. So the first one is cent, C-E-N-T, cent, cent. So you do 1 cent, 2 cent, 3 cent, and you do all the way up to 5. And if you have a dime, it's 10 cents. A quarter is 25 cents. Okay? So that way you can do all that. So you've got a penny, and a nickel, of course, is 5 cents. So a penny, a nickel, a dime, a quarter. Okay? So now you have the cents. So when you talk about dollars, then you're pulling the bill off of the stack. Someone said a wallet, but I think most people do like this and get it out of a wallet. But this is the sign for like a dollar bill. But so if you have like low denominations, like, oh, it costs just $1, right? It costs just $1. A dollar. It costs $5. So you can do $1, $2, $3, all the way up to 5, just like you did with cents on there, and then you have to change. So then you do $6, and you go all the way up for that. Now, if something that you see, how much does it cost? Oh, you bought those shoes. How much did it cost? And then you would say, oh, $25. Really? The shoes were $25? Wow. So we already did our numbers from 20. Let's go up from 20. We have 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So then they're boring, right? Then it's 31, 32, 33, 34, and then you go all the way up. All the way up. You can just keep counting. 100, when you get to 100, then you do 1C. And why do we do C? Because C means 100, right? If you are writing in Roman numerals, the C equals 100. So you do 100, 200. So you do that C for the 100, right? So 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, and then what's after 900? 1,000. 1,000. You put it in your hand. 1,000. Then you get up to a million. So you have 1,000 and then you have a million. Some people will do an M for million. If you do it twice, it's million. And some people will do an M, just clear. It's no big deal. A billion then would be 3. And a lot of people will do it. So you could do 3 at times and it could be a billion. But to be clear, a lot of people will do the B hand shape, B, and do it 3 times for billion. Now, what if it's 3250? Okay, 32 decimal point 50. 3250. Oh, okay. If you go into a store or to the doctor's office and you have a co-pay, oh, you still owe $22.75. See? So you always put the decimal in there. But if you did like 1,050, right? And then if they still are going, then you would do the 1050 point whatever. And sometimes you can still like, if it's like, oh, I can't remember, but it was like $40 and some odd cents. $40 and some odd cents. You just kind of draw a line there because you can't remember exactly how many cents, but it was some odd, right? Could have been 75 or 78 cents. I don't know. But that's how you would do that. So you would do you don't have to do 1,000 with a comma, 00. So if you're saying it was $1,050 and they've got that look on their face, like, then you would say 1050. I went into the grocery store. I was standing in line, and the person in front of me was deaf. I didn't know, and she was paying, but she couldn't see the numbers on that cash register, I guess the glare or whatever. And so I could hear the cashier, and so I told her how much she owed, and she was like, so then I just did the 102.78 is what you owe. So she was, oh, okay. And then she understood that. So she was able to get out her money or her card or whatever that she had. I can't remember. That was some years ago. So they're a little bit different now. But because it has a little pad where it has, how much you owe. So, so anyway, so those are numbers and how you use them. And we did some with math, right? But people sometimes use numbers for, I want to know how much that cost. Or how much does that cost? How much do I owe? And so those are things that are important. Like, now, how much did you say those earrings cost? How much? Oh, they were just $10. Oh, okay, sure. And you don't have to say 10.00. You just $10. You see what I'm saying? Only when you have some change, then you need to add that. If it was $10.35, then you would need to add the decimal and the 35 cents. Then on the percentages, this isn't really, that is money, but it's more of a math, but I thought I would include that too. So for percentage, you would do the percent sign, so you have like a flattened O, and then you draw it. You just draw a percent. You don't have to do percent and then another O. You just draw the percent sign like that. You don't have to necessarily do a decimal or anything like that. You can say, oh, how much is the tip? Oh, 10% or 20%, 15%. How much did you want to add to your bill? How much percentage? So those are the things that you would do on percentage. I'm not going to go into higher math because I don't think that would be a discussion that you would do, but it's important to know the numbers. And from 1 to 10 is the same. And then from 10 to 20, they're all, they're the kind of same. It's a little bit different from 1 to 10, but they're the same. And then 20 to 30 or to 25, they're different, right? Because 21, 22, 23, not to be confused with 13, where you do all of the fingers, but 23, or 23, because 32, right? So you don't want to confuse it, so that we do 23, 24, 25. And so those are the difference, and that's why they're different. So I'll do that again. So you do 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, because you have 13 that you have it facing you, and then you do both fingers, 13. So you don't want that to be confused. And you don't want to do 23 necessarily. You can if you can't remember it's 23, because 32. They look alike, right? So if you don't do it in the right etiquette that I was talking about the other day, if you don't do it in that rule, then it can be confused. And then you end up having to write it down on a piece of paper. But you always want to be clear, and you want to make sure that the other person understands. And that's the most important part of the culture. Is like, you can get frustrated because you're going, I don't understand. And so I had to say, how is it that I'm not making it clear? What can I do to make it more clear? And so you have to think of different ways. That's why I try to give you as many ways to say something so that it can be clear to the person that you're talking to. And that's the whole point. So practice the numbers. Practice when you go to the store and you're buying something. You're going, oh, that's 25 cents a pound. A pound. We already did this for weight. Pound. Or how many ounces? Those are the measurements that we usually use. And like now, if you go buy Coke, they do like a liter, and that's a sign for liter. Milligrams, mg, you just do the letters that are on there. So that's not a major thing with money. But you do want to say, oh, that costs 32 cents an ounce, and then that brand, it looks like it costs the same, but then it says it's 23 cents an ounce. That's cheaper altogether. So I'm going to buy that one because it's cheaper, because I can buy more ounces and it's cheaper each ounce. So practice that when you go to the store, whenever you're shopping and you go in, if you're buying clothes or shoes or food, practice your numbers on how much things cost. Like, oh, the potatoes, they're $1.58 a pound. $1.58 a pound. Oh, those shoes are $36. Ooh, cheap. I'm gonna buy. They're on a discount or whatever. So make sure that you practice those. That you can do $1, $5, all up to $5, and when you get up to $6, you have to then pull the bills out. So have fun with it, and if you have any questions, then make sure that you type them in the comments, and I will see you soon. Bye.